Hey guys, welcome back. So now here in this session, we'll see GL settings. So what we have done till now, enterprise structure and basic settings, right? Okay. And whatever configurations we have done till now, guys, hardly it's going to be completed in 10 minutes or max to max 15 minutes, right? Okay. Now, if you talk about, let's suppose, any particular transactions, okay, just let me open the Excel sheet. Okay. So say for example, even if you're going to post any transactions, let's suppose simple transaction, a rent related, a rent worth of 1,000 rupees has taken place, right? So what is the simple entry, guys? Your rent account is going to be debited worth of 1,000, and if the payment is made like through check or online transfer, whatever it is, then bank account, or is by cash, then cash account. Let's suppose bank account got credited. Now, so what is happening, guys? This rent is a GL account. Even bank is also a GL account, right? So one GL got debited, another GL got credited. Now, so the same entry, if you have to post into SAP, then what we have to do, guys? First of all, you need to have these two GL accounts. You need to have these two GL accounts. Now, so what we have to do? We have to create two GL account. Not only two GL account, guys, we have to set up multiple GL account, but that will be set up one by one in upcoming classes, right? We are just in beginning, this one only page itself, right? So at least these two GL accounts are supposed to be created. So before creation of GL account, guys, there are certain basic settings supposed to be done. Some basic settings supposed to be done. So what are those basic settings, guys? First of all, those basic settings supposed to be done, then only we will be able to set up the GL account. So what are those basic settings, guys? I'll show you one by one. So look at here. The first thing we have to do is chart of account. First setting, first configurations we have to do is creation of chart of account. Okay. Now, if somebody asks, what do you mean by chart of account? Right? A very simple and common answer is chart of account is the list of GL account. Chart of account is the list of GL account. Okay. So now the question is again, why do we need to set up chart of account? Because first of all, what is happening, guys? In first step, let's suppose create chart of account. Second step, assign chart of account to company code, right? And then after, even there are few more setting, guys, but let's suppose, so create chart of account and then assign chart of account to the company code. Whatever GL accounts are there, guys, those GL accounts will be set up against chart of account. Now the question is, why to set up this GL account against chart of account, right? Can't we create the GL account directly against company code itself? If that is the case, in that case we can skip these two steps. First of all, create chart of account, assign chart of account to the company code, and then we are going to create GL account against the chart of account, right? So I'll tell you. Let's suppose the company code is TM33. Chart of account is TCOA. Against this, we have created 500 chart GL account. So against chart of account, we have created 500 GL account, and this chart of account is going to be linked with the company code, right? So we can say that this company code can use this 500 GL account. So now the question is, why to do this? If I'm going to replace, if I'm going to remove this one, then directly, if the directly GL accounts are going to be set up against company code itself, then these two configuration steps are going to be skipped. But SAP is saying no, you must have to do. You must have to create a chart of account. You must have to assign the GL account against chart of account itself. You must have to assign this chart, you must have to create chart of account. You must have to assign chart of account against the company code, and then whatever GL accounts are going to be created, anyway it is going to be created against chart of account itself. So the logic behind, like, what is the logic behind this? Can anybody explain, guys? Any logic from anyone? Why to set up chart of account? Can't we skip this? And what is the benefit?
In roll of project, we can use the same chart of account for different company code. So that's why we create chart of account.
In rollout project, we can use the same chart of account. Okay. Can be used in rollout project. Yes. So generally, this chart of account we have created against that 500 GL. Later on, okay, I'm suffering from cold, guys, so some changes will be there in the voice. Okay, now here, TS33. If you assign the same chart of account, then all these 500 GLs are going to be used by Tata Steel later on in rollout, right? Again, Tata Chemical. So here what is happening? Same chart of account, so all this 500 GL can be used, right? Guys, even some more activities will be there. If we assign this chart of account, it doesn't mean that directly this Tata Steel will be able to use all this 500 GL account. Of course, there will be few more steps. Few more steps will be there. We need to extend the GL account to other company codes. That also I'll explain you. Don't worry. Okay. So here, okay. So just give me a second, guys. Okay. So this is the benefit. Now, if Tata Chemical says that I need 550 GL, so now how many GLs are going to be created, guys? Only additional 50 GLs are going to be set up. So that 50 GL can be set up, and those 50 GL, if later on, if Tata Motor, Tata Steel also want to use, they can use, right? Now, let's suppose we have created a rent GL. So this rent GL can be used by all three company code if they are going to use the same chart of account. That is what the benefit here, right? GL accounts we have created against a particular chart of account, and same chart of account is going to be assigned to multiple company code. So every company code can be able to use these all 500 GL account, which we have set up against this chart of account. Okay, so rent account we have set up against a particular chart of account, guys. So now transaction, let's suppose in this GL, transaction is getting posted from this company code also, this company code also, and this company code also. So if you have to see the balance, how it is going to be? So it's pretty simple, guys. When you check the GL balances, we are going to check the balance in the combination of GL account number plus company code. Okay, so this red GL account number plus if you give this company code, system will show the balance of Tata Motor. GL account number, same number will be there. If this company code, system will check, so the balance which is transactions which is posted against this company code. So anyway, it's going to be very pretty simple, guys. Once I post the transactions, I'll show you guys. Don't worry. So now here, okay. So that is the first thing. What we have to do, we have to create chart of account. Okay, there is few more thing, guys. If you talk about chart of account, it is going to be segregated in three part. But right now I'll not explain because I don't want to make you confused. I don't want to make you people confused and all. Of course, there is a logic behind that also, and that also you guys will come to know. Don't worry. Okay, so there also lots of clarities are not there, guys, because theoretically people are going to explain, practically no one is going to show anything like what is the use, but you guys will come to know. Don't worry. So right now, what we have to do, we have to set up chart of account. Okay, now, so we'll do one thing. I'll just, okay, so here OB13, set up a chart of account. Click on new entry, and I'll give a same code. Same code in the sense like TM33 itself. Give TM33 itself. Okay, for chart of accountants. Language, English, and here length. Okay, and manual creation of cost element keep as it is. There is a logic behind that. It is from controlling, so right now it is not possible to explain. And this group chart of account also, as I said, chart of account is also having certain type. So don't put any code here. Don't give anything here. Simply keep it blank. Status block, don't apply a check mark here. There is a logic behind this also. That also will be explained in next session. Not right now. You simply need to save it. Okay. What happened, guys? Why it is? Just give me a second. Is this a correct server, or I think I have logged into a different server? Here I need to log in. Give all the details. That's it. Just save it. 4 digit is the length of GL account. See, this is having certain logic. Okay. 4 digit is the length of GL account means, I'll tell you. Okay. In the sense like whatever the GL accounts are there, right? So those GL accounts will be having certain, uh, every GL account will be having a particular GL number. Okay. A GL code we can say. So mostly what is happening, guys, GL code will be in numeric digit only, right? So I have given 4 digit. 4 digit. So say for example, you can give like, let's suppose, like we are giving like, let's suppose range you have given 1000 to 1999. So if you create a GL account, a rent account, let's suppose, or bank account, you have given the GL code 1000. So it will show like this. If you give here 6 digit, right? And then if you are going to create the GL account, same number will be generated. Like same number is, let's suppose 1000, 1001, whatever it is, but it will be shown like this, 6 digit, right? So that is the logic. There is no much behind that. Okay. So whatever chart of account we have created, guys, that I have created for Tata Motor or Tata Steel or any other company code, how SAP will come to know. So you must have to assign this. You need to assign this to your company code. Okay. Just wait, guys. The screen is hanging a little bit. When the screen is getting locked, always you have to use SM12 transaction code. So here, your company code, click on position, give your company code.
Sir, I have a doubt here.
Yeah, just tell me.
Do we receive the same error in real time?
Do
The
we receive?
same what? Just now we got locked, right? The screen got locked, right? So do
Yeah.
we face the same issue in the real time also?
Yes, we always face this issues in real time, but generally what is happening, guys, in real time, I'll tell you, whenever you guys are going to receive, so every companies will be having certain procedure. So in real time, if you receive, then you have to drop an email to the user by whom it is locked. First of all, we need to notify. Okay. So because generally what is happening, let's suppose it is shown by a particular user ID XYZ. So you
Mm.
need to copy this. First of all, you need to take this user ID, and in real time, everybody in real time, what is happening, guys? Everybody will be having Outlook instead of Gmail. We are using Gmail. You guys are going to use Outlook in the companies and all. So in that, like Outlook, what is happening? If you are going to keep this user ID in, like if you have to write an email in two field, we are going to give the email ID, right? Generally, what we do in our organization, that procedure I'm going to explain, or even in the previous organizations, also same thing we used to do. So if you take the user ID and two field in that email, whatever we are going to write, in two field, if you keep this user ID and if you press Control K, then what is happening? That user ID, whoever the user, whatever that particular user email ID is there, that user ID is going to convert into email ID. Okay, so we need to send an email to that particular user, and we'll wait for 10 to 15 minutes for their response. If somebody has responded, in the sense the user has responded, and if they are asking for 15-20 minutes, we can wait it. Okay, if in 10 minutes if we couldn't get any response, then in that case we can assume that the user might have left the desk, went somewhere. In that case, we can just go inside and we can start our configurations. So even in real time also, same thing. SM12, we have to delete the lock and then we are going to start. But delete the lock means we are going to delete the lock which is created by that particular user ID itself. OV62, or is like, let's suppose OX02. Now there is no lock is coming. Okay, I'll open one more screen. So here OX02. So it is locked by my user ID itself, but simply let's suppose if somebody else copy the user ID, get the email ID of this user, how to get it. In every organization there will be certain procedure that people will tell you, right? And then you take it and go to SM12. So there you can do one thing. You can give that particular user ID itself here. Okay, and then you can press enter. Okay, and we are going to delete that particular lock only. We are going to delete that particular lock only. Okay, so now here, now we can use OX02. Okay, so it is locked by a different user ID, right? So again, same you have to follow. So in real time, generally, this is what the procedure you have to follow. Okay, now I'll come back. We are using OV62. So it is locked by Mona. Go to SM12, and here I'll give her user ID. Press enter, right? Delete. And then once again we can use this. Still it is locked by her. Why, guys? Let me check. Or else even if I press enter. Okay, so I think multiple screens she might have opened. So anyway, the procedure, whatever I said that you have to follow, I'll delete all, because if she is going to come out, then again somebody else will be there, right? Somebody else will be there. So delete all, and then use OB62. And here,
Okay, fine, sir. One more, it will be impact on production? I mean, when we are doing the configuration, it will be open the screen, right? But when we
so
are deleting the screen,
yes, I'll tell you. Now, while deleting this, while deleting, if somebody is there inside, generally, not in all the cases, but in certain configurations, some inconsistencies may take place, because we are trying to remove somebody from one particular, what do you say, program or tables, right? If somebody went inside and doing certain configurations and all, right? So let's suppose that configuration is locked by a particular user ID, right? So if you are removing him from middle of the configurations and all, so sometime, not every time, but sometimes some inconsistencies may happen. That is why we are going to follow this procedure, right? And if somebody is already, if you don't receive any response in 10 minutes or 15 minutes, right, then of course that user is not there on the disk. So if he is not there on the disk, then anyway, automatically his screen also connectivities are going to be broken, right? After a few minutes, the screen is going to be disconnected, 30 minutes or 40 minutes, right? So in that case, we can just delete the lock and we can do our configurations. Once he come back, if he is not completed the configurations, he has to start again. Okay. TM33, just save it. So what we have done, guys, we have created chart of account. Now the next one is account group. So the next setting is account group, right? Now, so generally what happened, guys, I said like GL accounts are going to be created against chart of account, right? To make you understand the use of chart of account, right? But generally, actually, whatever these GL accounts are there, that is getting created against account group. Okay, it is getting created against account group. Okay, so first of all, what is this account group, right? So account group is a group of similar nature of GL accounts. Is a group of similar nature of GL account. Okay. The second thing is it is having certain control also. Can anybody explain what kind of control is there to the account group? What is it is going to control?
Account, account group control the master data field when creating a GL account.
Okay. Anything else apart from this?
Yeah, it also control number range. Number.
Okay. Okay. Great. Okay.
Sir, these all are I learned it from you only from YouTube. Yeah.
You have seen in YouTube, right?
Yeah, from you only, not
Okay,
anybody
my
else.
video only. Okay. Okay. So guys, now of course, account group generally. Okay, will I have to explain some more thing, but first of all, before explaining that, background must be, foundation must be strong, right? Because if we talk about GL accounts and all, of course, like if the questions are going to be asked, not such kind of questions, of course, a different question will be asked. What question that I'll let you know, and that we'll see practically also. Okay. So first of all, what is happening? This account group now. So whatever GL accounts are going to be created, guys, these GL accounts are going to be created against a particular account group. Okay. Say for example, at broader level, we are going to segregate the GL account. So let's suppose all the GL, whatever GLs are going to be created, those GL belongs to assets, liability, right? Revenue and expenses. In shortcut, I'm just typing. Okay. So let's suppose 100 GL we have created here. Sorry, I guess this one. 150 GL we have set up here. Right. Again, 180 GL we have set up here. And then around 70 GL, or else like let's suppose 160 GL we have set up here. And then around 90 GL we have set up here against this account group. So look at here, guys. Now, while creation of GL account, the GL accounts are getting created against account group only. An account group is having certain control. Account group control what, guys? Account group, first of all, account group is a group of similar nature of GL account. So let's suppose all the asset related GLs we are going to set up against this account group. Liability related GLs we are going to set up against this account group. Revenue related GL we are going to set up against this account group. So how many account groups are going to be created, right? That is the decision that what you say inputs you are going to get from client only. You need to receive you're going to get those informations from client. Okay, so now give me a second, guys. The nose is closed, so let me have some mix. Just wait for a second. Okay, guys, so I'll start. Actually, in rainy season, I'll be having lots of issues, guys. This cold and something. Okay, so now, first of all, I said GL accounts are going to be created against chart of account, right? Then I said GL accounts are going to be set up against account group. So which one is correct? Both are correct, right? Because see, account groups are going to be assigned against GL account, against chart of account, and this is assigned against your company code. Okay, so first of all, if I say like 100 GL we have created against asset account group, and this asset account group is assigned to the chart of account, right? So see, in mathematics, A equals to B and B equals to C, right? It means we can say that A equals to C. Pretty simple concept is there. The same thing is happening. Now, this GL accounts we have created against account group, right? And this account group is assigned against chart of account. So we can say this GL account we have created against chart of account itself, right? So this account group is also assigned to this account group is assigned to this chart of account, in the sense same chart of account. This is also assigned to the same chart of account. So it means all the GL accounts, this 500 GL accounts, we have set up against different account group, but these 500 GL accounts we have set up against same chart of account, because all 4 account groups are assigned to the chart of account, right? So against one account group, against asset account group, we have created 100 GL, but against this chart of account we have created 500 GL, right? Okay. The next one is this account group is having certain control. This account group control the fields of GL master. How it is going to control that I'll let you know. Practically I'll show you. Right? It also controls the number ranges. That also you guys will come to know, don't worry. So what I have to do, I will just do one thing. Okay. So here, okay, OBD4. Again, it is locked by somebody. For initial configuration, guys, you will be having better to delete all. Oh my god, what is, or else if you don't delete all, then somebody came outside, but the moment you are going to use, in between, like somebody went inside. Okay. So guys, okay, now here you need to click on inventory here. First of all, account group. So 4-digit code you have to give, like let's suppose for asset 4-digit code. Okay, so account group, whatever the account group code is there, that you can from 1 to 4 digit, maximum 4-digit code can be given. For liability, okay, for revenue, expenses, and even certain other code called, and apart from this, other. Okay. If like any GL which does not fall under this category is going to be created here. Now, asset means I'm going to give you a description, liability, revenue, expense, and here I have given other. Now, so this asset account group is going to be set up against which chart of account, guys? So TM33. That is the chart of account which I have created, right? TM33. Again TM33. And here also TM33. TM33. Press enter. Now here, okay, you have to specify the number. Here number means you just, I'll specify, I'll let you know the logic. Press enter once again. So you guys do not press enter. First of all, you give the number and then you can press the enter. $4,000 to 4,999, right? And here press enter, and here 5,000 to 5,999. Okay, just save it first. Okay, so here there is a question from Hardik, which code you have used to open. So guys, whatever codes are being given here, don't look at here. Even you look at here. Always, whichever codes are going to be used by me, that code will appear here. This one, OBD4. Look at here, OBD4, you guys are able to see, right? So that is, I'm talking about this one, this OBD4. Okay, so now, okay, so let me delete. Okay, so now, okay, I just, what is ours? You can click on position, give your chart of account TM33. So this one is mine. Okay, whenever you create a GL account, okay, there is a question from Maumita. The number range will be same which we have created during the number range topic. No, and that also I'll explain you guys here. The most of the people will be having confusion. Okay, so I know that you guys also are having, some of you will be having confusion, so don't worry. There is a difference. That number range is different, and this one is different. The earlier whatever number range we have given, like in transaction code OBA7, we have given 1000 to 1999. So this number range is going to be used by system at the time of transaction posting. Okay. And whatever number range I have given, so this number range means when we post a transaction, I'll show you guys practically, don't worry. I know that this kind of confusions will be there. Okay, so we are just few more sessions away from transaction posting. Once I post, your all of the doubts are going to be clarified. Okay, so this number range we are going to, this number range is going to be used when we post the transaction. And whatever number range I have given here, that is going to be used when you create a GL account. That GL account is also required, a GL code is required, GL number is required. So that is GL number. Okay. Now there is a question from Naveen here. What is this range you gave and why we gave it. This range we have given, see, whenever you create the GL account here, what you have to do, a GL number will be, every GL is going to be denoted by our house system will come to know this is a rent GL account, this is a bank GL account. So for every GL, there will be a GL code. That code is nothing but this numeric digit, right? I says like I have to create a rent GL. The rent is our expense, let's suppose. So against expense, what range we have given? 4,000 to 4,999. So when you have to create a GL account against what to say for rent, that is going to be created against this account group, expense account group, right? And which number you have to use? So from this range, you can use any number, 4,000 to 4,999. Okay, practically you guys will see in next session itself. I'm going to show you. Okay, so this is what we have given this number range. Now, whenever you set up any TL account against, let's suppose, expense account group, right? So here I have given a range 4,000 to 4,999. So you must have to use any number from this range itself. If you are going to use a different, if you're trying to give a different number at the time of creating GL account against expense account group, system will not accept that. That also I'll show you guys practically. Okay, so what is the logic behind giving number ranges, guys? See, if you are going to, let's suppose, if you see the GL number 4,000, we are having GL number 2001, we're having GL number 2005, or is here having GL number 3003, right? Okay, so by looking at this GL number, easily I can say this is expense GL, this is revenue GL, this is also not revenue GL, this is liability. 2 series liability. This is also liability. This is revenue GL, right? 4 series, all the GLs which is like 4 series GLs are there. These all are expense GL. 2 series GLs liability. 3 series GLs are revenue. This is what the benefit people will, by looking at the first number itself, people will come to know. Okay. Okay, now there is another question from Lakshman here, means particular entry will appear in respective range what we have given. Don't worry, I'll show you guys. I'll show you dear. Right, once I create the GL account, I'll explain you. Okay, so what we have done, guys, we have created the account group, right? So what is the logic behind this account group, guys? So account group is, first of all, it's a group of similar nature of GL account. All the asset related GLs are going to be created against asset account group itself. Now there'll be a question while setting up the GL account, right? Let's suppose if you have to create the GL account, who is going to decide which GL comes under asset account group, or which GL is the part of expense, which GL is the part of liability, right? So of course, client will decide. Client will decide, right? See, as a SAP consultant, if you talk about me, I'm not from finance background, right? For me, let's suppose now, since I got lots of exposure and also for me, it's easy to understand, right? But even there are certain consultant who is having like 2 years of experience, 3 years of experience. It means they have started their career recently. There are multiple GL, right? If you look at the name of that GL account, it is very difficult to identify whether it is the part of revenue or expense or asset or liability, right? So second thing is like, why should I decide like it is the part of asset, liability, or expense, or what? That client has to decide, right? This is why if somebody is from non-finance and account background, those people are also able to survive and they are working perfectly as a SAP FICO consultant. Okay, so we have done this. Now the next one is, we have to create a retained earning account. Okay, there is one more configuration, guys. What is the logic behind retained earning account? That is not possible to explain right now. It will come into picture later. Once again, it will come into picture. Not now, in later configurations. So right now, you have to do this setting as a mandatory setting. Why? Because if you don't complete this setting, the system will not allow us to create the GL account. So use OB53 transaction code and give your chart of account. Let's suppose PM33, and here PNL you give X and just save it. What is the logic, guys? Don't look at the logic right now. As I said, like I'm not explaining, I'm just doing it as a mandatory setting. And Control S. Once you click on Control S, in the sense save, system is saying that enter account. It means your system is saying that you need to give account number, GL account number. But GL itself we have not created, so how to give the account number, right? The use of this what to say retained earning account is going to be used to carry forward the balances. Whatever the P&L, profit and loss, GL account balances are there, that is going to be carry forwarded. But right now it is not possible to explain, and here it is not possible to enter the GL account also. You simply need to press the enter button. Look at here. So second time if you press the enter, then transport request is going to be generated. In first time, whatever the yellow color message is appearing, guys, that is your warning message. So in order to avoid warning message, you have to press enter button twice. Okay, so now I'll just do one thing. I'll specify the transaction code here also. OB13 and assignment is OB62. Creation 13 and assignment 62. Account group account group OB D4. Here OB53, and this is going to be shown in. There are multiple things to explain, guys. Creation of GL master, that I'll be showing. Just save it. Okay, so now in next session I'll show you guys how to set up the GL master, and even in that also, like multiple fields I have to explain. Whatever configurations we have shown, I have shown, guys, right? Certain logic I'll show you in next session. If I say it's like account group, how account group is going to control the fields, how the number ranges are going to be controlled by account group, right? And even while creation of GL account, multiple fields are also going to appear. So some explanations will be there about those things also, right? And few more things. So those things are going to be explained in next session, guys. So that's all in this session.